Hello and welcome to News Up Now. I'm Gleidson Martins. Hey, today my guest is the author of the book Up on This Rock, a mystery that can change the church's history in a little town in Italy. Welcome to the show, David Perry. Hello, David. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Ahoy.
So your book, it's a mystery, a novel, which takes place in a little town in Italy. And I guess it can change the history of the church.
It is. It was inspired by a real-life case. My husband and I went to Orvieto for the first time in 2014 after the death of our four friends in a small, compacted period of time. And we needed a break. And we did a house swap with a friend. And literally the day we arrived in Orvieto, which is a beautiful hilltop town halfway between Rome and Florence, we realized after talking with a friend that we had arrived on the 4th anniversary of the suicide of a young Catholic deacon. And he was 1 week away from being ordained to the priesthood when the Vatican intervened and denied him the priesthood on the rumor that he was gay. And he was so distraught, he threw himself from the cliffs of Orvieto. Well, arriving on that actual day and finding that 4 years after the town was still talking about it, I found really compelling. And also as someone who at one point seriously considered the priesthood, I was really troubled by this and angered and upset and just became a little obsessed with the story of the real life person whose name is Luca Sedeta. And over the next few weeks, an idea came to me, and the result is a fictional book, Upon This Rock, which is based on the suicide, or is it, of a popular young deacon. And these two men from San Francisco, a young gay couple, stumble into a conspiracy that involves human trafficking, the sex trade, and of course, the mysteries and conspiracies of the Roman Catholic Church.
It's a novel, but based on true stories.
It's a novel, so I wouldn't say based on a true story, I would say it was inspired. It's a complete fiction, and I'm very pleased with the results. We have won, as of just today, I won a second award, Best Gay Novel of 2021 from the San Francisco Book Festival, quite prestigious. And thank you. And 6 weeks ago, I was awarded a silver medal, Ben Franklin Award, from the Independent Book Publishers Association. It's kind of the Oscars of book publishing. And it's the best-selling book ever from my publisher, Pace Press in California.
Wow, congratulations. And the Benjamin Franklin Award, it's, as you said, it's the Oscars for the books. And that edition was the 33 edition. And how does it feel to be a winner?
It's exciting, I have to admit, and a little humbling. Of course, I've had my own public relations business for over 30 years. My husband and I have been in it together for the last 16 years. So I've represented a lot of other people's books, but it's very different working on your own. And I really have to give my thanks to my publicist, Jaguar Bennett at Pace Press, and my publisher, Kent Sorsky. They've been so supportive of this book. And when I sent them the first few chapters in 2015, they liked it immediately. And when I finished it in 2018, I sent them the whole book. I got the contract in 2019, and the final process of getting the book printed and into people's hands and into bookstores and on Amazon and Google and Goodreads came about during COVID. And I remember thinking, well, nothing's going to happen now during the worst pandemic in 102 years. But to my surprise, people were reading a lot. The publication of my book was only delayed for 2 weeks. And I learned something during the Independent Book Publishers Association Ben Franklin Awards. They had more submissions than at any point since 2008. So during the pandemic, a lot of people were reading books. So hopefully my novel of Orvieto, my mystery, gave some people some relaxation, and it's still continuing to sell very well.
I hope so too. And you're right. I think more people were reading during last year, during the pandemic. There wasn't a lot to do, that's for sure, right? So how is it for you to be not only a winner, but to write this true mystery novel in a time that books are kind of like obsolete for some people? Like more people are reading online. But for me personally, there's nothing better than to have the smell of a book on my hands.
Yeah, it's interesting. Thank you for that question. I read a lot of my books on my iPad or electronically, and my book is available electronically. And in the next few weeks, I'll actually be recording the book as an audiobook. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm actually meeting in a few weeks when we're in Italy with someone who is interested in translating the book into Italian and publishing it in Italy. And actually tomorrow I'm meeting with someone who, fingers crossed, has some connections, is interested in optioning the book for a film or a Netflix program. That would be my dream.
Well, that was my next question, actually. So is it coming to the big screen?
Or a Netflix series filmed in that beautiful town, Orvieto. But to answer your original question, I love holding a book in my hand, but any way that people want to read it, we're going to give it to them.
David's book, it's on sale right now on Amazon.com, Up on This Rock. So go get your copy or order soon. It's going to be an audio book. Thank you so much, Perry, again. Hope to see you soon in person in San Francisco.
Thanks so much. Ahoy.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let us know at tips@newsupnow.org, tips@newsupnow.org. Be kind, be safe, and enjoy life. I'll see you next time.